Most people think Arabic is hard, and to be fair, it definitely feels that way sometimes. But here's the thing, it's not because you need to be any smarter. It's really just that most people are taught Arabic in the most confusing, unstructured way possible. They get thrown into vocabulary release they forget in a few days, random grammar rules they never actually use, and they're never given a real map to know where they are or where they're going. So if Arabic has ever made you feel stuck or like you just couldn't get it, that's exactly why I made this video, because I want to show you a simple three-part structure that will help you learn Arabic so clearly you forget it was ever hard. By the way, I'm Abdeslam. I've spent the last 13 years teaching Arabic to non-native speakers from all kinds of backgrounds. And if there's one thing I've seen over and over again, it's this. Arabic doesn't require genius, it just requires the right structure. So the first component is all about sentence structure. But before we jump into the how, let's talk about the real reason Arabic feels so overwhelming for so many people. Most learners start with basic grammar rules or vocabulary memorization. And look, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But the problem is, these methods don't focus on teaching you how words are actually connected in Arabic to form a complete meaning. And that's why, even after years of study, a lot of people still can't read or understand Arabic on their own. So, if you want to break out of that cycle, you've got to start with the structure. Because what makes Arabic unique isn't just the words it has, it's how words fit together and what role they play inside a sentence. And sentence structure is actually pretty easy to understand. The simple way to think about it is that in every Arabic sentence, there are two core words. That's it. The whole sentence revolves around them. If there's no verb, then one word is the thing you're talking about, and the other word gives information about it. If there is a verb, then one word is the action, and the other is the person or thing doing the action. Everything else in the sentence is just there to describe, add context, or explain more about those two. Now, the real skill is knowing how to spot those two core words, no matter how long or complex a sentence is, and then understanding how every other word connects back to them. That's Arabic grammar or Nahu in the simplest form. And whether a sentence is 2 words or 20, you can always break it down this way. You'll either have a simple sentence with some added details or a more complex one built from smaller sentence parts, expanding on those core roles. Now, here's a bold claim, but I stand by it. There's nothing any Arabic grammar book or teacher is really trying to teach you other than what I've just simplified. But the sad truth, a lot of them don't even realize it themselves. And when you can't simplify the end goal, you get stuck in random grammar rules that waste your time and make Arabic feel 10 times harder than it needs to be. Now, let's get into component number 2, word structure. This is where things get really powerful because Arabic isn't just about learning isolated words. It's about learning the patterns those words follow. Let me show you what I mean. Take the root word kataba, which means to write. It's comprised of the letters kaf, ta, and ba. And from this single root word, you get words like kataba, which means he corresponded, istaktaba, which means he dictated, kitab, which means book, maktab, which means office or desk, maktaba, which means library or bookshop, and the list goes on. In English, those are completely separate words, not connected through letters or structure. But in Arabic, they're all connected through one root and shaped by predictable patterns. Once you understand those patterns, building your vocabulary becomes way easier. You stop trying to memorize every word individually and instead start recognizing families of meaning. It's like discovering a master key that opens hundreds of doors at once. This is Arabic morphology or sarf. And once you get the hang of it, it saves you years of line memorization. So by now you've got a solid foundation, sentence structure, word patterns. But even with both of those, Arabic can still feel frustrating if you're not actually using what you learn. That brings us to component number 3, activation. It just means turning your knowledge into real use. And honestly, this is where a lot of learners either get stuck or skip completely. So what does it actually look like? It's about creating daily habits that take you from passive input to confident output, even if it's messy at first. This is the 20% of effort that gives you 80% of your results. It's where Arabic starts shifting from something you know about to something you use. And I break it down into four things. Number one is high impact grammar practice, not random rules, but practice that actually builds comprehension and expression, like verb conjugation drills, breaking down sentences to see how the words are structurally connected, or practicing how different word patterns work. These exercises help your brain internalize the structure, not just recognize it. Number two is vocabulary through real world input. So here are things like reading simple Arabic stories, watching videos with Arabic subtitles, or reading Arabic side by side with English translations for comparison. And here's the key. Don't just consume more content, repeat it. Read the same short story 5 times. Listen to the same clip until you can anticipate every word. That's how you internalize vocabulary naturally. And number three is daily micro output. I can't stress this enough. Talk to someone who speaks Arabic. Talk to yourself in Arabic. Write a 2 sentence journal entry every single day. Even if it's broken, even if it's awkward, just use it. Because if you're not using what you're learning, your Arabic stays locked in your notebook. And finally, the most important piece, consistency. Even 10 to 15 focus minutes a day can change everything, because activation isn't about intensity, it's about continuity. So just to recap, here's a 3-part structure. Learn how Arabic sentences are built, master the patterns behind Arabic words, and turn what you know into real daily use. If Arabic ever felt confusing, frustrating, or impossible, chances are you were just missing one of these 3. But once they come together, everything changes. If this video shifted the way you see Arabic, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.